Hello everyone, welcome back to Teacup Tarot. My name is Reya, and in today's video we're going to be taking a look at what messages you are supposed to be receiving from your Akashic Records. Okay, now as always we have three piles in front of us. You can pick according to the images, you can pick according to the feathers, or you can pick according to the plates. And of course, if you're called to picking more than one pile, it's absolutely okay. It just means that you're supposed to be receiving more than one messages today. I'll give you some time, then we start with pile 1. Hello, and if you've selected pile 1, this is what is written for you in your Akashic Records. So let's just take a look at that. Now, the very first thing for you, pile 1, is when it comes to your life in the upcoming time, you're going to be having a lot of choices to make. But remember, every choice is important. So before making any decision for yourself, please pause a little bit. And I'll tell you, take the road less traveled is something I'll tell you right now. Because, in our life, when we do something that we've already done, we already know the result, because we know, okay, if we walk this path, this is the destination. But when it comes to a choice that is unknown, on unfamiliar territory, we get to experience something different. And maybe that something different is where your destiny lies. So don't make a choice based on what you are okay with or what you've done before. Try something different. Make a different choice than what you've made normally, because these choices that are coming up for you are very, very important. Now, your Akashic Records are also here to tell you that for you may not be satisfied with the ordinary. So some things that make other people happy probably don't make you happy, and you look at them as if they belong to another world, because your world is different and you have to create it. See, the possibility is you are Lemurians. So you have a starseed origin, so obviously you're going to be different from humanoids, right? So of course, please understand this. When it comes to creating your own life, you have to build it one step at a time, and because of which you're supposed to be making decisions that are different from what other people make, different than what normally people would make. And create a unique life for yourself, create a unique lifestyle for yourself. Because that offbeat lifestyle may be more to your liking, and personality is what is being told to you. Now, remember this, pile 1, the prayers that you've been making to the divine are heard, and in certain cases they are also being answered. But now, it's like the divine is telling you, I have answered your prayers, the path is clear to you in your mind. But are you brave enough to walk it? Are you brave enough to live a life that is unique and different? Okay, so in the end, the ball is in your court. Are you brave now? Will you hear what the answer is from the divine and walk that path? Or will you still choose the familiar one, the things that normal people do? Now that is up to you. So divine insists that you be brave, but in the end, it is your choice. Now, when it comes to your money, please make sure the choices that you make are positive, right? So every choice you make, don't be like, oh, I may suffer losses here. Or maybe money will run away from me sometime. Make positive choices relating to money, and always imagine in your mind that whatever you've given away is being replaced by multifolds. So automatically when you're spending money, you'll know like, okay, maybe I'm giving this money away today, but I'm going to be getting twice in return. So think about it, okay? So your thoughts around money should be changing positively in this direction, is what your Akashic Records are here to tell you. That way you'll be able to grow money. Yeah, so growing money should be your concern at this point of time. Now remember something, when it comes to some decisions in your life, if you see potential in something, just potential, you don't know whether this is going to be turning out to be something good or something bad, go for that potential. Sometimes your job on planet Earth is bringing the unconscious to conscious. At the back of your mind, you know that, okay, this is the kind of house that I want to live in. Yeah, this is the kind of partner I want to live in. Keep feeding that thought, keep feeding that unconscious, and breathe it into life. So your job is that of manifesting things that are not yet happened to something that will happen in the future. So tap into that subconscious. That's very important, because once again, because you're starseeds, the starseed energy is shining very strongly. For you, in fact, I feel like you may be hybrid starseeds. Like you have one origin in Lemuria, ancient Lemuria, and one part of you is Mentakan. So which is why you have to bring the best of both things into world and create a unique world that is just fitting for yourself. Your personality is supposed to be very different, and people may not understand where you're coming from because you have that experience of another world, of another dimension with you. That is what your Akashic records are here to tell you. Now, remember this, pile 1, you more than anybody else around you attracts more toxicity in your life. Yeah, so you may attract toxicity via another people, or sometimes in fact majorly through social media. Yeah, so please be careful about what you are exposing yourself to on social media. See, remember this, if you're watching something on social media, it translates into emotions in our body. If you look at something that is like a really sad episode from a Netflix series, we'll cry, right? How do you cry? It's because you absorbed something from there. Because of which it is very important for you to cleanse yourself internally and externally multiple times during a month. So once again, detoxifying diet is important to you, and on a physical level, taking a salt water bath occasionally, and if you have an ocean or a sea close to your place, you're very lucky, just bathe in it. Automatically, you'll be able to cleanse that energies away, and this is because being starseed, you're used to very, very crystal clear energy, and that is something you may not be getting on planet Earth. Now, as much as you can, please make sure that the houses that you purchase are close to a property or close to nature, because the energy levels that you get them from nature. You get them from forest, you get them from water, you get them from animals, because they understand your energy. And remember this, live extraordinary well. Even though your life may be very different, just live it happily, live it differently, live it in a very unique way. But live a full life. Don't compromise when it comes to things. If your heart is really telling you, oh, I really want this, get it for yourself. Create it for yourself. In your Akashic records, one thing that is mentioned very clearly is one of the job that you have to do on planet Earth is to be of service to people. By just being kind, by just being a good human being, by just being a friend, by just being a parent. Service in any form. Higher forms can be service to humanity. Yeah, so live a good life, live a fulfilling life, and when you're happy, do something good for the world. It will be a full life for you. Yeah, that's what your Akashic records tell you. But remember this, your individuality is very important. So once again, taking care of yourself is very important, because nobody understands you as well as you understand yourself. Sometimes you can be misunderstood by a lot of people in your life, but it is okay. Value that about yourself. Don't feel like you're this person who doesn't fit anywhere. You're not meant to fit. That's what your Akashic records tell you. So give yourself that importance. Hold on to that self-respect. You're very, very powerful. You were created powerful by your creator. You were not meant to be secondary to anybody, so don't take up that job. Not in a relationship, not in a friendship, not in family. You have a unique place. You have a unique voice. Feel empowered enough to hold space in your life. You belong there, and you're more powerful than you realize. So you need to feel safe being powerful. Maybe you don't feel safe being powerful, and you feel like you need to fit in, which is exactly the opposite of what is expected of you in this lifetime. Now, your Akashic records are also here to tell you that once again, your spiritual life is supposed to be very rich in this lifetime. So maybe you're going to be attached to a specific spiritual order. For some of you, you may actually feel like you need to dedicate your life to divinity. Like become actually a monk or a nun. But being a monk or a nun, of course, I'm not talking about religious orders, can also mean you can be a householder and be committed to divinity in the best of your capacity. Because see, dedication is dedication, selfless dedication is selfless dedication. The forms differ. Yeah. So be of the world, enjoy the world, but then detach yourself from it. So both are important. A balanced life for you is very important. But nevertheless, single-minded devotion to the divine is something that you will naturally get into as you get older. Now, when it comes to relationship, please give people second chances. And I'm talking about your romantic relationships, and I'm talking about your relationships in general. Because the reason is sometimes you may have disagreements with people who you love. Your perspective is different, your perspective is unique, and it is always going to be unique because you come from a different set of, vibrational systems. But remember, give people a chance. You may be the only people who give other people that second chance. Yeah? Forgiveness in your relationships is very important. So especially if an ex comes back to you, you don't have to accept them always, but you have to forgive them. Yeah, maybe that is your karma in this lifetime, and a very important one, because this may be a karmic relationship, in some cases a soulmate relationship as well. Now also, your Akashic records are here to tell you that you need to create peace for yourself in whichever way you deem fit possible for you. Once again, the simplest version of getting into the zen-like state is being connected to the energy of plants, being connected to the energy of water, animals, or if you cannot do that, being in solitude will help you a great deal. And in everyday life, mindfulness. Focus on your breathing. And when you realize, your breath is getting shallow, you will know you're not in alignment with your higher self. But mindfulness is something that will be necessary for you, is what your Akashic records are here to tell you. And once again, please remember this. Keep moving forward in your life. Don't remain stuck in any place. Past, definitely not even the present moment. So once again, enjoy every moment. It comes, live it fully, wholly. So experience the human world to the fullest, because that is what you're sent here for. You're sent here for service, you're sent here for forgiving, and you're sent here to create a life that is just a right fit for you. Just keep moving forward, one step at a time with mindfulness, and you will be fine. Yeah? That is what is written for you when it comes to your Akashic records. And as always, as I wrap this up, I want to leave you with my best wishes forever and always. I'll see you next time. Bye. Hello, and if you've selected pile 2, these are the messages that you need to receive from your Akashic records. Let's dive into it. Now for you, the most important thing to know is that in this lifetime, people are going to be very important in your story. When it comes to people, you need to focus on the good in them, because sometimes you have a tendency to focus on things that are wrong. And if you focus on things that are wrong, you're going to be having trouble in relationships. That is what your Akashic records are here to tell you. So no matter what the circumstances, no matter who you come across, when you see something negative about a person, immediately ask yourself, okay, this is negative, but what is positive about this person? And focus on that. Yeah, because I feel like relationship karma is something that you're always going to have, but you have this possibility of coming out of it if you focus on the good in people. Yeah. And your Akashic records are also here to tell you that your story will take more time than normal to unfold. So please understand, there are times when you will feel like you're tested more than other people are tested. And honestly, the thing is that you are. Because your capacity is so much different than the people in your life. And remember, everything that is happening in your life is happening to take you to the next level spiritually. Nobody hates you. It is for your own benefit that things happen in your life. Now, your Akashic records are also here to tell you that in your life, the one thing that is most important, and it is always going to be important, is finding balance. But this is not a balance about, work and play. This is that internal balance. That no matter what happens, am I able to maintain that even-mindedness? It's like this water and the raft on it. Even if the water has ripples, is this person able to keep his raft afloat? See, take the example of lotus. Lotus is like, one flower whose leaf never collects water on its surface. So you have to become like that. Don't let little things bother you. Find that equilibrium when it comes to your life. Find balance in everything. And your Akashic records are also here to tell you that never chase anybody in your entire life. Don't chase money. Don't chase relationships. Don't chase anything. Because what will happen with you, the more you chase something, the farther it will get away from you. Be still, which is why equilibrium is very important. That internal landscape of yours needs to still. And remember, when you're just still and you think that I want this, you'll be able to attract it much more easily. So when it comes to people who are like constantly like, oh, I want this, I want this, I want this, I want this, repeatedly in your mind, don't do that. Say it once and believe that it is going to come to you, and it will come as if by magic. Never chase. It's not going to be worth it for you anyway. Now, you're required to be bold in your life. You have to do some things that are drastically different from people around you. And the thing is, you'll naturally be drawn in those areas. You're multi-talented. That's something I've always known about you. But every talent that you've given, you will be able to make use of it in this lifetime. Sometimes not professionally, but sometimes on a personal level. Sometimes for the benefit of somebody you don't even know. Yeah? So somebody may need assistance with something, even though you're not an expert at it, you'll be able to help that person. That is how your multifaceted nature will be of advantage to the world. But one thing you have to understand, you have to allow yourself to be seen. You hide your greatness, and that is a flaw, is what your Akashic records are here to tell you. If you have something good in you, stand out for it. Claim that about yourself. That's being told to you. One thing that you have to be careful of in this lifetime is your temper. Because what happens is, normally you are like the best person to hang out with, but when you're angry, the things you say are very, very destructive. It's just like fire. When fire spreads, nothing can control it. Then you really, really have to, get the bigger things out. So please take care of your temper. And once again, when you feel like that is happening, have a glass of water. Sit down, lie down. Yeah? But control on your temper is going to be very important for you. Now, in everything you do, and I'm talking about very little things, your Akashic records tell you to be aware. See, sometimes with you what happens, you yourself don't know what you're doing. You may be having your food, but you're so busy watching the television, you have no idea what you've had. You talk to somebody and, you say some things, and then you have to remind it, oh, this is what you said. So you have to bring awareness into everything you do. You have to bring awareness into every decision that you're taking. Lot of things happen to you unconsciously. You have to change that into conscious. Your awareness has to be present every single moment. Balance, very, very important to you. Now, in this lifetime, for you, Pile 2, you're supposed to be creative. This can be career-wise as well, so getting into creative careers, that may be something that calls to you sometime in the future. But get into that creative mode, because it will bring out the best in you. Draw, paint, pottery, whatever calls you. It doesn't have to be a paying thing for you. But to get into creativity, it brings you into balance, first things first, creates mindfulness, and helps you in your life, in every area of your life for that matter. Now, please make sure you let help come to you. Because you are people who love to rely on yourself once again, and that's a good quality that makes you independent. But when you feel like, I cannot receive because receiving makes me feel guilty, that's not a healthy state of mind. You're comfortable being the giver more than the receiver. Once again, this is a positive trait, but then the balance is not possible. The balance between yin and yang, giving and receiving. See, the nature, the universe is based on the principle of balance. And if you're going against it, you're going against nature, and then you harm your own chakra system. Yes, so please let yourself receive, is what your Akashic records are here to tell you. Remember this, you're born being a mother. Like you were born to, mother kids. So once again, you may be very good at, careers that allow you to take care of other people, which is why you're naturally drawn to giving. But remember, mothers need to receive as well. So especially, if you've recently given a birth to a newborn, don't be like that super mama, which I know you are, and take care of the baby all on your own. And remember, a baby can be multiple things. It can be your work. It can be your relationships. Don't be the giver all the time. Yeah? Learn to receive. Learn to be nurtured. That's what your Akashic Records are here to tell you. Now, when it comes to your life partner, the possibility is you and them are very different people. Like you probably speak very different languages. A possibility is you may belong to different cultures as well, different countries as well, because of which your expectations from life may also be different. And hence you have to keep an open mind when it comes to your communication with them. And certain adjustments may be required. Yeah? So please understand this. And try to understand the other person's love languages, because you attract these kind of people into your life. People who are different, people who are unique. Yeah. So please make sure that you adjust on your part too when it comes to relationship, and keep a lid on your temper. That's something you need to know. Now, please know that a sense of urgency, a sense of chasing things, making things happen before their time, is not something that will work for you when it comes to your life. If you want something, no matter how badly you want it, you have to let it have your own time. And once again, when it comes to your marriage, when it comes to having kids, don't feel like you have to do it at a particular time, otherwise you're just not good enough. Just like the way society makes, women feel especially, that you have to have, this kind of a family, that you need to settle down by this age, you need to have a kid by this age. Or you need to have a life partner of this kind. Don't settle. That is never going to be you. And remember, timing is never for you. And timing anyway is a myth. Right? So surrender that sense of control over timing. And for your life especially, divine timing is actually going to be working out all the time. Yeah? One thing that you have to be very careful about is bring organization in your life. Yeah, that's what your Akashic Records are here to tell you. Because what happens for you, when things around you are scattered, you are scattered. Your mind is scattered. Maybe it allows your creativity to thrive, but your energy gets scattered because of that. Yeah. See, creative people always love making a mess because that is who they are. So it's okay when you're talking about creativity. If you're into a project that deals with arts, but other areas of your life, there has to be a certain kind of dynamic to things. There has to be a certain kind of pattern to things, is what your Akashic Records are here to tell you. If you do that, you're definitely going to be having success. You need a system in place. Once again, that system is important to bring about balance when it comes to your life. Otherwise, if you are surrounded by mess, that balance will shake. The raft will no longer be able to support you. And this is the raft of your own life. Once again, takes you back to your root chakra, your foundation. Set your foundation right. Very important. And also along with that, one thing that is going to be very important with everything is to be grateful for what you currently have. Because if you are constantly thinking about, I don't have this, I want this, it's always going to be like, your blessings get delayed. So wherever you are, sit in one place, look around you, and find at least 10 things that you're grateful for. And do this exercise every day. Because when you're grateful and you're sitting, preferably on the ground, you're sending that energies. You're sending that energies out consciously. And then the things that you get back, it'll surprise you. Try it out. Personally for me, this is what I do every single day. One of my meditation practice, in fact, this is something I do before meditation. I give thanks for all the support that I've received in my life through, worldly beings, by humans and the other realm. And then you go into meditation. So automatically, all the vibrations around you are positive. There's this aura that you give out of positivity, of gratefulness. And automatically you'll draw all the beautiful energies to you. Try it out, whether in meditation or otherwise. But remember something, learn to forgive people and learn to look at the best in people. And when you see something good in somebody, give thanks for it. Because every person is of value on human earth. Yeah? Overall, these are the messages that you need to receive from your Akashic records, and I hope you're able to make the most of it. Because personally for me, whenever I receive messages from my Akashic records, they've helped me in my life. And they've made my life easy. And I hope and pray it makes your life easy too. I'll leave you here. I'll see you next time. Bye. Hello, and if you've selected pile 3, these are the messages that you need to receive from your Akashic records. Let's take a look, pile 3. Alright. Your Akashic records are here to tell you, in everything you do, your intention has to be crystal clear. See, the example here is, that of a needle. If you've ever tried to put a thread in a needle, the place is very small. Yeah? So that is how laser focused you need to be when it comes to your intentions. Because when you're this laser focused, things will come to you as if by magic. But if you're living life without any intention, without any focus, then of course you will just attract things randomly. So when it comes to the manifestation process as well, be very intentional down to the very detail. If you want to receive, $1,000 today, write it down, $1,000 today. That intentional. Yeah, that's something you need to know. Now, your Akashic records are also here to tell you that whatever you're doing in your life right now, you're doing it well. You're doing it well to the best of your ability, but sometimes you overthink things. After doing something, you're like, am I doing the right thing? Did I do the right thing? Is this right for me? Don't overthink. You're already doing the right thing and you're already facing your true north. So you are on the right path. So this is almost coming to you as an assurance from your Akashic records. And everything that is happening in your life right now, it's not your doing. It is as if it's magically happening to you. The part that the divine is playing in your life is massive. Massive. So everything that is going to be happening to you right now and, in the upcoming time is magical. You're blessed at this point of time in your life is what your Akashic records are here to tell you. When it comes to money, if you want to be rich, you have to change your consciousness to that. You have to think already, I am rich, I am wealthy. And automatically it will be coming back to you. If I remember it correctly, in the previous pile, I already gave you the message that your consciousness around debt has to change. So once again, your consciousness around how to be wealthy has to change. You have to be taught how to be wealthy is what I feel out here. And remember, just focus on this one affirmation. Money comes to me every single day in multifolds. Money comes to me every single day in multifolds. Yeah? Through various sources, you can add that too. Yeah? But your consciousness around money really needs to change. Now, your Akashic records are also here to tell you need to take care of your energy. You seem to be people who put extra into everything. Overthinking, of course, it makes sense then. Make time to rest, because if you don't make time to rest, you are gonna suffer. So at least, couple of days, take rest. Go on a holiday, give yourself the gift of a holiday. 2-3 days minimum, because I feel like you need that. To just relax and come back a better person. To start again on fresher dreams. To set new intentions. Yeah? One thing I'll tell you, when it comes to your plans, pile 3, your Akashic records are here to tell you that you attract the evil eye. If you reveal things beforehand, you will attract the evil eye. So be very careful about that. When it comes to accomplishing something, reveal it to the world only when the job is done. Before all of that, stay in the background. Because I feel like what happens to you, you're more powerful than you realize. First of all, I always know you guys to be powerful manifestors and you're easily able to do things that are very hard for other people. and which is why you attract the evil eye. Be careful there. You're very hard on yourself. Yeah? Possibly that is something that you've learned in a previous lifetime. See, you carry certain imprints from the past lifetime, which is why you're probably very hard on yourself and you feel like in everything you have to work extra hard. Be a little generous with yourself. Go easy on yourself. You're probably people who are very ambitious, over ambitious, but you rob yourself of your own, life, happy life. Life is not about getting huge things in life. Life is not about being a millionaire. It is a lot. Money can buy a lot of things, but you have to be happy, right? Within. You don't want to be the most miserable millionaire out there, right? So whatever it is, life is a gift. And a gift is meant to be honored and enjoyed. So be generous with yourself. Start generosity with yourself. And okay, I'll tell you this. No matter what is happening in your life, you're promised a happy ending. If you've not met the partner of your dreams, you're going to be meeting this person. You will have your happy ending. Whatever that happy ending might be, whatever way it looks like to you. Your own personal version of happy ending, because I'll tell you this. The divine is the one who creates magic in your life. Yeah? And your own focus, of course. Now, I will tell you this, there are people in your life who don't want the best for you. I don't know why that is. Maybe you're just people who don't know what the right kind of people are. You probably have a wrong set of friend circle. So maybe it's time to find new people. And remember this, always find people who are better than you. Two things will happen. They will end up, encourage you to aim higher in life. And automatically, when you're friends with somebody who has more than you do, they won't give you the evil eye. So I feel like, people around you are not really positive. When it comes to you and you only. They'll probably be okay if somebody else is successful, but not you. I feel like that is the situation when it comes to your life. One of the reasons for this is you have the Midas touch. Probably you're very successful in everything you do. Like, even if the circumstances don't support you, even if, things around you can be miserable, but you honestly just become successful. You turn situations around to your advantage every time. That is written in your Akashic Records, okay? So it's going to happen in life. Yeah? So once again, you're meant to be, entrepreneurs. You're supposed to be visionaries. You're supposed to live life that are very different. You may be people who have a unique idea and who make like millions out of that unique idea. I feel like you guys are those kind of people, because of which, you somehow are around people who do want what's best for you. Now, one thing that your Akashic Records are here to tell you, keep trying new things. Because that one thing that comes to you might make you a millionaire, actually make you a millionaire. Yeah? So whatever your soul asks of you, go in that direction, explore that direction, and explore that direction with intense amount of focus, and you'll be able to do it. Don't overthink it there once again. Don't question yourself, have I done the right thing? Just do it. Follow the slogan of Nike. Just do it, okay? But try something different every single time. And yes, once again, when you're being generous, be generous with yourself first. When you love somebody, love yourself first. Your self-respect is very important when it comes to any relationship of your life. If you feel like you're not being respected, then maybe you have to ask yourself, do I respect myself? Why do I allow myself to be treated this way by these people? And every relationship, I'm not just talking about your romantic relationship. If you're important, you deserve respect. It is very simple. And when it comes to love, before love comes respect. Because in the absence of respect, love holds absolutely no importance. Yeah? Remember something. In your story, you are the sun. You shine. And which is why maybe you attract people who are like probably, jealous of you. You stand out every single time. You have the Midas touch. You can do anything. And because of which, don't reveal your plans to just about everybody. Just like the jaguar. I'll just take this card out and show you this again. When it comes to a hunt, if you've ever spotted a jaguar in the wild, or if you've ever gone on a safari, it's massively different. Like there was this one time, I'd actually gone on a safari. The jaguar was like right in front of us, and we were like wondering where he is. We couldn't spot him. It actually took us, the person who was guiding us on the safari, to actually show us, oh, can you not see this? It's camouflage to the very best. So that is what you need to be. Keep your plans hidden. Once everything is set, once everything is established, reveal it to the world. So, whatever you're working on, whatever your next goal is when it comes to your life, work on it, wait for it to be successful, and then reveal it to the world. It stands true for everything. It stands true when it comes to your career. It stands true when it comes to relationship, romantic relationships, everything, your happiness. Guard it with everything you have. Social media especially, do not flaunt it. You don't want the evil eye, because people in your social circle, I have doubts about. Yeah. And this is something that is coming to you from the Akashic Records. So that is very important, which means it is destined that things happen this way. So please, if a destiny is revealed to us beforehand, it always means that God intends certain things to be changed. He gives you that ability to, rewrite couple of events. So ask yourself, which is that one friend you need to stay away from? And stay away from them for good. Yeah. But overall, this is what I have for you when it comes to your Akashic Records. First of all, don't overthink and rest. Remember, you have the Midas touch. You can touch anything, it'll turn to gold. But whatever project you pick up, get on it with laser focus. Very important. Yeah. Overall, this is what you're supposed to be receiving from your Akashic Records. And overall, I just want to leave you here with my best wishes for your life. I'll see you next time. Bye.